Everyone has embarrassing moments, but I guarantee you, none of you watching this has embarrassing moments like these people. These are people that have gotten stuck in embarrassing places, and without further ado, this is the first picture. This guy thought it would be a genius idea to go down his kid's slide. That's right. This guy's a pretty big guy, and he decided to go through a kid's slide, and well, he sort of got stuck. His stomach got so stuck that he was unable to get out for countless amounts of time. So he was just stuck in a slide with no one helping him because, well, he was a little fat. Or like this kid right here who got stuck in a candy machine. Now, honestly, that sounds like a really great place to be if you're a kid. Getting stuck in the vending machine sounds like a great time. And honestly, I would love to get stuck in the candy machine. But regardless, his parents were freaking out. Literally, this kid was super happy, probably eating all this candy. He was like, "Hi, Mom." Just eating all the candy. And the workers are like, "What do? We don't even have the keys for this thing." They probably had the car of the fire department and get him out. Yeah, at least he had a lot of candy to eat himself away. So that's sort of a plus. This is a super scary situation, but it is an unfortunate one. These roller coaster riders got stuck on the roller coaster. That's right. The roller coaster was just doing its thing, and then it got stuck in this position. That is like a worst case scenario to get stuck, especially if you were in the part that you were upside down. All that blood rushing your head for countless minutes to hours. 18 people got stuck in this position, and they were stranded upside down for a long time until workers fixed the issue to get them out of there. That is incredibly scary. Because imagine the situation like, "Oh, hey, what's wrong?" Yeah, the roller coaster broke and people are on it upside down. I think you can die like this, right? Like too much blood to your head or something. I don't know. Regardless, that's terrifying. I would hate to be in that position. This is a super awkward picture. This pretty heavy set guy decided to get on a moped / scooter motorcycle and put a traffic cone on his head. Little did he know that the traffic cone would then go past his shoulders and it would ultimately get stuck on his head, unable to take it off. I don't even understand how that happens, but it got stuck on his head for 2 hours. 2 hours. Imagine having your head like stuck in a cone for 2 hours. That feels like an eternity. I would hate to be this guy. Literally the worst case scenario. Speaking of worst case scenarios, everyone always tells you to buckle up when you get into a car. This girl decided to do that, but she happened to fall asleep in the car, and of course, she woke up stuck in her seatbelt. Now, she was stuck in her own seatbelt because she fell asleep, and the seatbelt was just stuck to her body. She couldn't get it out, which really makes no sense to me. She had to have been messing around, right? How do you get just trapped into a seatbelt? The cops and the fire department had to come and help her. Yeah, that sounds a little crazy. Speaking of crazy, this poor lady lost her bracelet in the toilet. She went to go get her bracelet out of the toilet by sticking her hand into the toilet, ultimately getting her hand stuck where the fire department had to come and actually remove the toilet from the house to then attempt to get her hand out. They ultimately ended up having to break the toilet and crack it so then she can get her hand out. So losing her bracelet also lost her toilet bowl. Now she has no toilet bowl in her house. That sounds like a miserable situation to be in. That is the worst. Here's the Ring of Doom. As you guys know, many playgrounds have, things like this, like little rings that you can just sit on and then swing. Well, for whatever reason, this girl sat in it so perfectly that she got stuck like this. Help, stepbrother, I'm stuck. No, literally, she is stuck. She couldn't get out of this position at all, where the fire department and the police had to come help her, and they had to shut down the park in order to get her out. That is so embarrassing. I will never understand how some people get so stuck. But yeah, like this girl, she was hungry in the cat aisle, and for some reason, she got stuck. She trapped herself in the shelves. I don't even understand how you even trap yourself on a shelf. That makes no sense. Like this girl right here, she decided it'd be fun to revisit her youth and climb into a baby's rope swing. That's right, for babies. Unfortunately, she realized that she was way too big for the baby swing and ended up getting stuck upside down on a baby swing. She's lucky no babies were like hurt in the process of doing this, because let me tell you, everyone has seen walls like this when you have walls with a bunch of holes and the first thing you think of is, let me put my finger in one of these holes. Well, this guy did that and his finger got stuck. They had to come with the chainsaw and remove the wall so he can get his finger out. Come on, bro. If you're getting your finger stuck in holes, speaking of childish, this lady got stuck in a child's cart buggy. As you guys may not know, there are some grocery stores that have carts that have like little cars on them to make it like more fun for kids when you're in the grocery store. This lady got in one with her friend and they both got stuck. They literally both got stuck in this cart. So they had to call the fire department and the police to come help her. Yeah, I would hate, I would be so embarrassed. So embarrassed. Speaking of embarrassing, this girl got her head stuck between the bars. She got her head through the bars, but couldn't get her head out of the bars. Thus, her head ended up getting stuck and they had to bend the bars to get her out. Speaking of embarrassing, somehow this dude right here fell inside of a porta potty. I'm not making this stuff up. This dude literally fell inside of a porta potty and could not get out. He was stuck there for hours because he was embarrassed what people would say. Eventually, they got him out and he was sort of naked. He had to use the shirt that he had on him to cover himself up when he got out. How you get stuck in a porta potty or what you're even doing inside of them, I have no idea. What's even more embarrassing is being in jail and trying to break out and then failing that prison break of you trying to get out of jail and end up getting stuck in a wall that you created. Like, imagine creating a hole, right? But you didn't factor in how fat you are and then you get stuck, caught breaking out of jail. That's what happened to this guy. He was just too heavy and he got stuck in his own hole that he created. This person ended up getting caught stealing clothes out of a donation bin. You sometimes see this along the side of the road where people donate clothes into this bin, and this lady got caught stealing clothes from it and then ended up getting stuck inside of the bin. What? That is like the worst thing that could possibly happen. Not only are you stealing clothes, but you're also getting stuck, which makes it even more embarrassing. Now, if she needed the clothes, she could have just gone to the place that the clothes goes to and gotten some clothes. But instead, she was trying to steal clothes. I could have just got her. I would have given her clothes. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Or like this guy who was playing hide and seek with his wife and of course in a washing machine for clothes. And unfortunately, he decided to put himself in the washing machine to hide from his wife, ultimately getting stuck inside of the washing machine. What? How is this even a thing? I will never understand. Why would your first place to hide be the washing machine to begin with? That makes no sense to me, but regardless, this guy managed to do it somehow. This girl tried breaking through the bars and going around this gate, but she couldn't get her butt through the gate because her butt was too big. I don't know if that's a problem to have, but that is pretty funny that she couldn't get back out because her butt was too big. I started to think this is funny. Speaking of things that are funny, this is definitely not funny. This lady was walking down the sidewalk and a grate on the floor, like a sewer was open a little bit, and her leg fell through the hole, like the bars. That is terrifying. Like, the last lady was trying to get through bars. This lady's foot fell through bars, ultimately almost breaking her foot and leg, which is absolutely mind-blowing because like her legs are super skinny, but to get in this position absolutely sucks. Or like this kid who ended up putting his head on the through the back of a school chair to pretend he's Anakin Skywalker and then ended up getting stuck in the chair and they couldn't get his head out. They had to call the fire department to cut the chair in half. That's embarrassing. I bet he got made fun of for the rest of his school life. Speaking of crazy, diving headfirst into mud seems like a very easy way to die. Why would anyone want to dive headfirst into mud like this? I have no idea, but someone did it and it's absolutely insane. Do not try this at home. Diving into mud or sand headfirst, you won't be able to breathe. Don't do this. What you should do though is click here or here to go watch the next video. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new one. Bye guys.